This your boy D with the Mafia Line Clean Exotic Movement family. Man, it's good to be back on this live on YouTube once again. Like I told everybody, man, I'm gonna keep this up. I'm gonna try to stay consistent with this, and we're gonna come up with some live, beautiful, good topics. Now, I can't tell people how long I'll be live. It might be 5 minutes, might be 10 minutes, might be 30 minutes, might be an hour. But just know when I get a good topic to talk about, I'm gonna go live about it. So this one here's topic tonight is the clean bulls are taking over. And for those who don't understand what I'm saying, look, 4 or 5 years ago, we've been preaching this since 2016, 2017, ever since we started the Clean Exotic movement, and we came out with the bull who started the Clean Exotic movement. Like again, I would say this: we're not the first ones to have a Clean Exotic. Don't get me wrong, but we are the ones to make it recognized, right? Al Capone was the bull to make people start realizing that there is a such thing as a Clean Exotic, right? Because nobody with exotic was doing anything like what Capone was doing with the 2 mile walking, the swimming, the playing the fetch, going to dog shows, winning, producing. Wasn't no exotic at that time doing that. It was just all about to sit down on a stack out table and scream and holler, whatever, right? So the clean bulls are taking over. It's relevant, right? It's relevant. They just pay attention to it and look at it. Everybody that was sitting there was saying, well, I want the saucier looking dogs. I want the bulldogs, over exaggerated dogs with the droopy skin and the cherry eyes. All of them was saying that. All of them. A lot, especially the ones that somewhere has a voice in the dog game. They always saying that. But if you look at all their programs now, from everybody that talked about the Clean Exotic movement and saying, I don't want no Clean Exotic, to one that's saying that Clean Exotic ain't nothing but a flawed up American American bully, Clean Exotic ain't nothing but a pocket bully. Look at what they doing now. All of them is trying to switch over and get a cleaner dog. You know why? Let me tell you why. Because all that saucy stuff, as it got older, it came out where it started having health issues. And that became a problem. It was a problem years ago. See, we generations ahead. We generations ahead. We don't have to worry about them health issues like they do. But if you look at them now, everybody getting cleaner dogs. They won't say clean exotic, but they would say cleaner dog. I gotta clean it up. I gotta clean it up. Yeah, you had to go get a clean exotic. Point blank period. The clean exotic would be the new style for years to come. And the reason being is because of the health. At the end of the day, and I've been preaching this, and my team, we've been preaching this. This is when you know the dog gang got messed up, when we start bragging and being happy about our dogs being fully functional. We should never have to sit there and brag about that. They're dogs. They have 4 legs. They're supposed to walk. Right? So that's when you know it was going way to the left anyway, when we as a whole start bragging about my dog is fully functional. Now you have someone saying, look at this, my dog got a tail now. Look at that, my dog functional now because he can do such and such. 4 or 5 years ago, they weren't saying that. All they were doing is putting a dog on the table, and that was that. But the health has always been a priority to us. We never went away from health. I would never sit down and say, well, I would never choose money over health when it comes to my dogs. Point blank period. I know I got a dog now, Harvard mom, I think she's 8, 9 years old. And I have another female that's 6 years old, and Capone is 5 years old. I have no issues with none of those dogs. Even at that age, I have no issues with those dogs until this day. So that's why we have a big clientele. That's why when people contact us, they say, hey, bro, do you have any clean exotics for sale? Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. And like I said, we've been bringing like this for the past 5 years. So everybody that's starting to get on that wave now, we already now. We generations in, we 4 or 5 generations in, clean exotic breeding wise. It started from Capone and everything else. We inbreeding and line breeding him. Then we hit it with an outcross, which means we bred Capone with an outcross and got a son out of that, which is Mafia Line Bullets Black Dollar. And we taking everything to him. So people gotta understand now, man. You gotta pay attention to people. You gotta pay attention to people programs. You gotta pay attention to how people move. If you really want to mess with a camp that's really breeding, just do your homework. Just honestly, just go do your homework and you'll see it. Instead of, cause you got the ones they got a good mouth and they can sweet talk you into what they doing, and you got some that switch up every time something hot come out. And health is not a priority to them. And okay, my fault, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. So I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know I could share my live. I actually share my live on in a few groups. So that's that's interesting. But again, like I always told people, man, we've been doing this. We've been pushing that Cleaners Out of movement since 2016, 2017 with the boy himself, Mr. Cleaners Out of Al Capone, the founder and the daddy of the movement. Again, we wasn't the first ones with a Cleaners Out of. We probably wasn't the first one to say Cleaners Out of, but we are the ones that got the Cleaners Out of, that got it recognized. We the one who got people looking at it. So again, like I tell people at the end of the day, quality. If you got quality, the money's gonna come. You know, people say, "Oh, you breed for money." No, don't nobody breed for money, but you want something in return too. At the end of the day, you're not investing all this. That's break even. But at the end of the day, quality over quantity any day, any day. So what people gotta understand, people thinking that you can just jump into this game and take these shortcuts and just totally forget about the health of these dogs, these animals. You can never forget about the health. Just like your own health. You can never forget about your health. Because when it hits you, you got to go get a checkup. So you got to get fixed. If you can get fixed. You got to get a shot. You got to take meds. You got to get x-ray. It's the same approach when it comes to these dogs, these bulls, these animals. Right? They got to get checkups. They got to get medicine. There's a whole lot of things you got to do. Just like a human. So you got your ones who gonna do that, and you got your ones who ain't gonna do that. It's not hard to look and see who is and who's not. You gonna have the ones 4 or 5 years ago that down talked it to 2016, 2015, 2016, now 2021, going to 2022. They saying, I had to go get a cleaner dog. Now you got some saying, I don't want the saucy look. I don't want that. It look good when it's a puppy, but then when it grow up, you can't tell if it's a bulldog with crop ears or not. Now they saying, I want the tight skin look. I want the athletic type bull. Now they saying that now. Pay attention. You got real breeders out there, then you got this people who own dogs. And the breed is still growing. It's still evolving. But people say that the whole dog breed is evolving. It's certain camps and yards that's evolving. Not every camp and person who owns a dog is evolving. And you can tell that by looking at their dogs. Just look at it. It's not hard to see. Ray Charles can see it. All right? So people hits me up and say, hey, D, you know, what makes you start the Cleaners Out and move around there? I'm going to ask this question out there, and that's for another time. That's not for another live. It's simple. The health. The health is what started the Cleaners Out movement. Because we always made sure that health was a priority. Always. We never shied away from health. Even if it was some dog that came out unhealthy, we had to pay home the dog. Health was and then and always would be a priority when it comes to the Mafia Line Cleaners Out of Movement family. We always breed that way. So again, like I stated, the clean dogs are taking over. I say Cleaners Out, they're going to say clean the dog. It's the same thing. They just don't want to say Cleaners Out. It's going to happen. It's a revolution. It's something they can't prevent. What we seen years ago, they didn't want to see it because it was all about the money. But then, again, now they won't clean the dog because of the health issues. They got tired of dealing with all the health issues with the other style of dog. It was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. especially when you can't walk the dog for 2 minutes without worrying about it croaking over. It's gonna happen. When you bring sauce on top of sauce, what you think you're gonna get? When you bring a French to a bulldog and then take that and breed it to a poodle and all that, what you think gonna happen? Organs and everything else is not gonna be the same. You're never gonna get something, you can never perfect it if you still adding. In order to perfect it, you gotta stop adding. Right? So it's easy on us because we've been using the same blood for the past few years, which is, the blood of Al Capone. We've been using the same blood. And we didn't have to cheat. We didn't have to use no secret sauce and all that. We had to do that. We just had to learn the combination. Once we learned the combination, it became easy. Now we know how to get the structure. We know how to get the rear, the good rears, the beautiful top line, the perfect feet, the perfect scissor bite. You know what I mean? The eye separation, the breathing. We know how to do that. Majority of our dogs, we still got a few dogs. We got a few dogs we gotta tweak up, but it's coming. But 95% of our dogs, they good. And how people ask me where your dogs at. All our dogs outside, except for Capone and Dollar. All our dogs live outside. Slab of cement, a 10x10 cage, outside. We don't have to deal with, it's getting too hot, I gotta bring my dogs in. See, we don't have to deal with that because of how we breed. Smart breeders. I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm not patting my team on the back, but it's common sense. Who wants something that you gotta keep a close eye attention on 24/7? Who wants something just because it's gonna be 80 degrees outside, you gotta bring it in the house and keep it under the AC? Who wants something like that? Nobody. You got some retards that do. But when they start dealing with them health issues and dogs start dying, or they start taking them to the vet because they can't do it themselves, we got to come out that money, then they're going to think twice. So, again, the clean dogs are taking over. It was bound to happen. We've been saying it for years. It's bound to happen. So, y'all know my motto. Y'all know my team motto. At the end of the day, you know what I'm going to say? Hashtag get you a clean exotic. That's what it is. That's just what it is. Hashtag get you a clean dog. It doesn't matter. Hashtag clean exotic. Hashtag clean the dog. It was bound to happen. So it's interesting, it's funny, but it's a good thing to see that because that means that let us know people are starting to breed for the better of the dog and the breed itself. They're not going backwards. You got some people that are going to go backwards, but you got more people that's going forward. And for whatever the reason is, it is what it is. But the thing about it is that it's getting recognized and say, okay, let me fix this up. Let me not breed this deformity. Let me not breed this unhealthy stuff no more. Let me go forward. Let me start putting health. Health was number 10. Let me put it number 9, then now number 8, and probably number 7. And then the health is going to just keep climbing. It's going to keep climbing and keep climbing and keep climbing. So that's a good thing. That's a good start. It's better than it's not happening at all. So, again, it's good that those people are breeders, dog owners, whatever adjective you want to use to describe them, are recognizing that. That is a good thing. So, we're going to keep pushing. We're going to definitely keep pushing. I'm going to steadily go live. We're going on YouTube. We're going to talk, interact, and I'm going to get an audience in this. I'm definitely going to be getting an audience. I'm going to continue this, I'm going to be very consistent with this, and I can't wait. I don't never know how long I'm going to be on live, but hey, I'm going to be on live. I'm going to leave my lives up. I love to get feedback. Y'all tell me what y'all think about the conversation that, on the live that I have. Is a specific topic that you want me to go live about? Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. We can talk, communicate with each other. And the more people interact, the more we can learn from each other, right? So other than that, this is your boy D with the Mafia Line, Clean Exotic Moon family. Appreciate the love and support. See y'all later.